Hi everybody, Hansmeister here. Trailer safety today, trailer hitch safety. A lot of videos being made on YouTube and all kinds of products available. Two things that I think are being overlooked, and I'm speaking as a victim here. About 17, 18 years ago I had my trailer stolen. So today I'm going to focus and zoom in on just the part on the vehicle, on the towing vehicle. Okay, number one, most of you guys will put this hitch in and use one of these locks like so, right? And it's going to go through, it's locked, now you got your hitch in. And there are videos on YouTube that show what happens. These guys come with like a 2-foot long piece of pipe, put this over here, start pulling on it, 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, gone. Hitch comes out with your trailer, right? So now you lost your trailer and your hitch. Cheap hitch, expensive hitch, don't matter, it's gone. Right, so I'm going to show you how, or what I do to hopefully avoid that from ever happening again. The best thing to do is slide it in, weld it shut. But most of you guys want to go, do something else with the vehicle. You don't want to have the hitch in the way because you're going to, bump into it with your knees and all that good stuff. So not an option. So here's what I did. I took a piece of 2 pieces of this square pipe. I don't know if the camera can show this properly. So this is what I did on the vehicle itself. Okay, watch. The camera get me here. All right. So you can weld this on, or you can just glue it on like I did, or you can do both. But the welding alone, usually what ends up happening, you're going to get corrosion on it and all that good stuff. So I used a M1 product. It's called a ChemLink M1 product. So you clamp these 2 pieces on and then start putting a nice big bead of that on, let it dry overnight, put a second bead on, and what it's going to do, it's going to glue it on better than welding. It's going to be waterproof and you cannot get through this stuff. This stuff is bulletproof. I use this for so many things. I actually to be honest with you guys, I can't even remember what I'm not using it for. That's probably would be a shorter video to do and to explain. So then what happens, okay, you're going to be putting this guy in here. And by the way, another little tip and trick, when your hitch is loose, there's a lot of these clamp down things, right? I glued on 2 pieces of aluminum, left them a little bit thicker, and then start sanding them down till this whole thing was snug. And I used the same kind of glue. And as you can see, my hitch is customized too, but I'm going to get to this part in a little bit here. So I'm going to put this guy in, and now instead of using one of these, there, one of these, don't use these, just throw those in the trash. I use a 5/8 hard steel bolt. That's why I'm putting this on, because when you put this just the bolt in, right? Of course you can say now, well, the guy can come with the wrenches and undo it, and of course he can, and he has to know what size you have, and it's going to take him longer than undoing the old bolt. But when you put this on, okay, that bolt goes in, and what happens next is, I don't know if the camera has me in zoom here or not, but you will not be able to go in with a regular wrench or even with a regular wrench socket. Okay, it's not going to be, you're going to have to take this piece and measure it and cut it long enough to where this won't reach. Okay, you don't want to leave it too long because you're going to start creating leverage again to where this could potentially be pulled off. Okay, so you're going to need extensions on both sides, either one of these extensions or a long socket. And you're going to need that on both sides to tie it down. Now you may say, well, it takes a lot of time and this and that, but you know what? Get your trailer stolen like this and you'll be glad you spend the time. Okay, and these guys, you don't have to bring those with you, because when I put my hitch on, I tow something and I take it off when I come back home. Now for you guys who do this for a living, like in terms of being a landscaper or towing a trailer for plumbing or whatever, you might want to weld the whole thing in. So that's for me ground zero. And then taking it out is no big deal, because the stuff you can just reach in and take it out. but somebody will need these. Now for someone to figure out what size that is and then bring a toolbox with them, I mean, it's going to take them like several minutes to figure out what's going on and then go in and undo all this. So I mean, you're already better off than using one of these guys. Okay, so that's on the vehicle, and this is how I keep mine nice and tight. As you can see, it's a little bit looser now, but when you tie this bolt down, it really sucks down to where there's no rattle. Okay, so now you don't have to buy an extra bracket that goes on here, and eventually they will go bad too, because they're just going to be a little nut and washer, right, or bolt and nut and whatnot. So and this, by the way, is to show what happens when you leave it on all the time unprotected in the rain, and I'm going to get to that in a second here too. So step number 2, your tow hitch. Now you may have a cheap one, you may have an expensive one, you may have the ones, the BWs, the ones that have the three of these that can turn. I don't like those too much, too many moving parts, too much rattle, but if you have it, so be it. Then again, you might want to do this because they cost a lot of money. You guys spend $170, $300 on hitches. So this is how a regular hitch will come. Okay, it's going to have this ball on it, and it's going to have this on it. And this is the next thing they will do. They will see that you have your trailer kind of locked and a bunch of locks and stuff on there, and they don't have to worry about all your locks. They just have to take a wrench, put the 2-inch pipe right all over it again, right? And they're going to undo this booger. So now you're going to be stuck with your hitch on your vehicle, and your trailer's going to be gone just with the ball in it, because they're going to hook the chains up and off they go. So this is another one, really fast. Okay, but you're going to say, wait a minute, what if I just tack weld it? If you really put a full bead of weld on it, on the bottom and the top, you're going to be okay. If you just tack weld it, it's not going to happen. A little clunk with a hammer like this, right? Boom, boom, boom. Pipe goes on with a wrench. That stuff comes right off. Gone. Now, what did I do about this? Again, completely rubberized that booger. See that? This is like hard. It's pliable, a little bit flexible, but it's super hard. You cannot get a wrench on here, or even if you do, there's nothing moving here, no matter what you do. So that's how we do it. We put this in. This is my first line of defense on the vehicle. Nothing is bulletproof. I know you come over here with a grinder and off it goes, of course, but you know, these fast ones that somebody will do with coming in with a quick pipe and break this off, or come in with just a simple wrench and pipe and just take this off on the bottom like this. I mean, that's what this will do, and you know, that's what I did, and so far I've been doing pretty well with it. So I hope that this helps you guys. And again, you can also use, before I forget, you can use this is Chemlink M1. It's been used for roofing, general construction, waterproof, I mean bulletproof, literally. And you can also use Rainbuster. That's another company who makes this product. So either one of those two, they're a polymer, work really well, and you know, they're not expensive. Like one of these tubes, you go to a roofing supply place, they're like $7. Okay, if you buy a whole case, you probably get a little discount. So they're pretty darn cheap, and they go a long way. Like what I have on here and on this hitch, that's not even half a tube. That's about a third of a tube. Okay, so that's that. And then the other thing, if you're at home and you have a rainy day and you have your hitch out, simple glove. Okay, Harbor Freight, just a regular working glove. Put that over your hitch thing, and there's no water going in. You have to buy no expensive caps or whatnot. This will keep your water out and moisture when it's, you know, when it's moist outside. You start driving with your tow hitch, or you can even do this here. You can wrap it up and put it in here. It'll stay in here, but clip it on like this. Okay, no water, no moisture. I guess that's all I got for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and give me your thoughts. Let me know if you have other better, different ways of doing this. I want to learn, because if I can learn and improve whatever that can be improved, I'm all for it. So leave me your comments, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.